In this video, I'm going to share with you a new eyeshadow palette, which is by Revlon. It's the Colorstay Luxebook palette, and this is in the shade range 900 Original. Now they have several little palettes where you can also find some reddish tones, the original tones, which is very nudish, and also some very bright and also colorful shades. Now I picked the original one because I just wanted to share with you how it performs and also what I think about it, plus include a little tutorial for you guys so that you can also use the shades in a different order so that you can also create a beautiful and simple eye makeup look. Now, when it comes to the palette, we all know that Revlon is also a drugstore brand, which is very affordable. And with this little palette, I just find the size very useful because you can pack it everywhere, like in a little bag when you're traveling, or just have a little palette for yourself. And this is basically everything what you want and also need. Now, when it comes to the shades, they have very nudish tones, but also a bit darker shades. Some of them are shimmery, some of them are matte, which what I personally do like about this palette is that you can go very neutral, but you also can turn it into a night makeup look and also get it a bit smokier when it comes to the darker shades. Now, I also have done some swatches on my arms which I wanted to show you before we are going to start off with the tutorial. Now, here are all the shades from the lightest shade to the darkest shade, and some of them are very shimmery and also a bit metallic, and others are very matte, which also makes sense because you're going to use it in your crease, you're going to use it for the outer corner, and you want to have the main shimmer on your main lid area and as a highlighter, which just makes it so simple to come up with an eye makeup look. But what I do want to point out is that this little palette doesn't come with a mirror and it doesn't come with a brush either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how you can create a beautiful look. I'm not going to say it's very simple because I just wanted to show you also different shades. So I'm not going to use all of them, but just a few so that you have also an idea on how the shades perform. Now, when it comes to my swatches, I have to say, this one, for example, is very neutral and you won't see it as much as it's very similar, like these two are very similar to my skin area, but all the other ones are beautiful and also very metallic looking. Now, when it comes to how they perform, are they chalky, are they dry, are they powdery? I mean, it's an eyeshadow palette and it also has no cream eyeshadows in it, so everything is powder. Of course, does powder gets powdery, that's the purpose of powder, you know. But when it comes to how you can apply it, it just depends on if you're using a brush, if you're using your finger, how much you're going to apply, if you're messy or not. And this just concludes how you personally work with an eyeshadow palette, rather than saying this palette is very powdery or whatsoever. So I'm just going to share a very simple look for you guys and also show you the colors so that you have an idea on what it looks like. So putting my hair out of my face, and I'm going to start off with this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off very simple. I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is a very neutral but also very matte shadow, which I'm going to pop right here in the crease. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a medium fluffy brush, and I'm going into this shade right here. And as you can see, when it comes to the size of the brush and also how they are lined up, yes, I agree, the lining up of the shadows is a bit too small, it's very narrow. So if you're going in with a bigger brush, it can get a bit of a mess, just that because it leads towards a different brush, not to a different brush, to a different shade. So I do get it, but if you're going to use it carefully and if you're going to use it not on purpose dig into a different shade, then you're also good to go. So I'm going to go into that shade, which I have on my brush right now. And I'm going to pop it into the crease. So I'm going to start right here, and this shade won't pop up as much because it's very similar to my skin tone color, but it just will be the base basically for my crease area so that I can work later on with all the shadows together. And then we're also going to focus a bit on the outer corner, lower lash line, and also main lid area. So I just wanted to wrap it up in a beautiful and also wearable look. Now, the Revlon Original palette, which basically calls Luxebook palette, it's kind of tricky and also a bit confusing, but it also has a size of a little book, and also when you open it up, it makes sense. And you can also go very creative with this like basically with the shades that I'm having, because you can turn a beautiful day makeup look into a night makeup look, or you can also just use the smokier colors and use it as a night makeup look. So everything works beautifully together. I like the shades that they've picked, and it just makes sense to me on how you can use them. So now that I have worked this shadow in, it's not really like a huge difference because we're going to keep it towards the neutral and also very nudish tones. I'm going to move on to the outer corner, and this is where I'm going into this shade at first. And if I feel like it's not going to be dark enough later on, I'm going into the last shade. So I'm going to start off with the lightest shade as first, which I'm going to focus mainly on the outer corner. Why? Because I wanted to keep this one the darkest point. So the shade that I've just chosen for the outer corner is more like a grayish, light brownish tone. It's like a cool toned brown, and it just needs a bit of time to show up. And I'm also going to go into the darker shade, which is more of a grayish, darkish tone, and I'm going to focus, there it is, on the outer area. Now, as you can see, I do get some fallout, which isn't a problem if you're going to dust it away later on. Like if you have a wet skin, then it's like difficult to dust off, so make sure that you set your face or you're setting off with your eyes first. But I'm going to focus now at the outer corner. Now, what's a bit disappointing, like not really disappointing, but it could, like they could include a mirror so that you can also use the mirror for your eye makeup look, which isn't a big deal, but I just feel like they had enough room to put like a little mirror like this into it, just the other way around, like the horizontal way, which will work beautifully. And there's also no brush, so you have to use your own brushes or from a different palette. So now that we have darkened this area right here in circular motions on the same brush that I used for the crease, I'm just going to start off with dusting away first, like what's underneath. And if you're wondering, I just like to use the Zoeva brushes. This one is, I don't know, I can't read it anymore because I've been using it so much, but I think it's like a crease brush, which is like a medium fluffy brush. And this is one of my favorite brushes that I also would recommend you using if you're using it for any eye makeup looks, because you can just use it to blend it, and it also will be a bit easier for you to control where you're going to use the product, which just makes it much more easier to use it as an eye, like if you want to shape an eye makeup look. Now when it comes to the main lid area, which I'm going to use right here, I'm going to use the shimmery shade, which is the shimmery, like this one is one of the main shades that pops out when I had a look at the palette. I'm going to use this one on my main lid area. So I'm just going to use my finger, and all what I do is I'm going to press it on top of the lid. And if you would ask me how I feel about the palette, to be honest, like first, if I'm swatching a product, it doesn't mean that it will also end up like as I swatched it on my eyes. This is something, I'm not a fan of swatches because you can dig into a shade 100 times to make the shade pop and bright and whatsoever. So you can be very, not foolish, but you just can influence how a shade will perform on your eye area, because it always will perform differently if you're using a brush. So that's one point. And second, like not every person wants to have bright colors. Not every person wants to have shades that will like be bright on your eyes that you can see 10 kilometers away. You know, there are also other people that want to have soft shades, that don't want to have so much pigmentation, that want to have a very light shade that they can blend and just like do a little bit more structure to their eye shape. So it's not all about pigmentation. So please keep this in mind, because I just find that some palettes are very overhyped because they're always telling you about, oh, that's so pigmented and whatsoever. Yes, it's pigmented. Yes, it's beautiful. I like to use colorful shades as well. But if you're like, at the end of the day, you're still going to stick to very basic shades, which is mainly nudes or brownish tones or a bit into the orangey tones, but that's it. So I just feel like sometimes we can go over the top with how you see a product and also how you review a product. Do I like this palette? Yes, I like it. Is the shade range beautiful? Yes, the shades are beautiful. Does it have a lot of pigmentation? Probably not. but it just looks beautiful and soft on the eye. So that's just my main thoughts that I have for you guys. If you're going to get yourself a palette, just keep this in mind. It always depends on like what finish you want to get. Now I'm going to take a clean brush, which is also very similar to what I'm just using, just a second one. I'm just going to blend the shimmer right here into the crease as well, just to make sure that it has a beautiful end and that it doesn't look too straight off my fingerprint, like that it has like a softer edge right here. Now I'm going back into the darker shade and I'm just going to emphasize it a bit more, because now that I have the shimmer on, I just know how strong I can go into the matte shade again. I'm just going to bring it a bit towards the center of my eye. Now going back into the shimmer, and I'm going to bring this close to the darker area, and I'm also going a bit over the darker area just to make sure that everything looks nicely blended. Now for the lower part, I'm just going to use the brush again. Yes, it does have a fallout, but it just, yeah, I mean, I don't mind, I just can brush it away, so that's not a problem for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same dark shadows for the lower lash line. So I'm going to dig into the light brownish grayish tone and a dark grayish tone, and I'm just going to pop it right underneath. Now the Revlon Colorstay palette, like the original one, I just felt so in love with the shades, because I thought for myself this is something that an everyday person would use, and just because the shades are so beautifully and also neutral, I just felt like if you're watching this video, I guess you can connect the best with the shades that I'm going to use to create also a beautiful look. So now I'm just going to dust this away. And lastly, I'm just going to use the lightest shade. Hold on, I'm going to show you which one. This one right here, which is the lightest shade of the whole shade range. I'm going to use this to highlight the inner corner. And I'm also going to use the pinky, go into the shade and use it in the inner corner. Of course, these are all shades that you could also use on the main lid area. What I'm just demonstrating you right here is one shade, like, sorry, not one shade, but one eye makeup look that you can do based on like the shades that are in the palette. But of course, you could also go a bit darker with darker shades, and you could also just use the lighter shade all over the eye. So that's completely up to you. There are no rules, there are no right and wrongs with this palette, because they are very useful and also very wearable for an everyday person. If you're also in real life using using makeup and also basically eyeshadows for your eye makeup. Now this is one side done. I'm going to finish off the other side, and then we are talking about the product itself. Now the Revlon Colorstay Original Eyeshadow Palette is definitely a gorgeous palette which you can use for everyday makeup looks and also a bit smokier at night time. So it definitely is something that you can use on a daily basis. There's nothing wrong with this palette. It just has beautiful shades. If you want to go a bit funkier with brighter colors, they also have blues and greens, and also a reddish tone palette, and also a purplish tone palette. And I actually wanted to get at first a bluish palette, but then I thought, like, when do I use the shades? You know, like, I'm going to use it for pictures, I'm going to use it because I like blue, that's my favorite color, but I just thought, like, for an everyday person, as I do my makeup as well on a daily basis, I just would go back to these shades as well. So that's why I picked the original one. Now the Revlon Colorstay eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. I definitely would recommend you getting this one. It's such a small palette which is so easy to travel with, or just store it in a little bag where you have like a mascara, lipstick and eyeshadow palette, and that's it. And you can't really go wrong with the shades because it just will look gorgeous at like for any person, and it's also so easy to apply. If you just want to use shimmer on your lid, go with shimmer. If you want to create more of a look with it, go with an eye makeup look. Total eye makeup look. Like, there's nothing that's right or wrong how you should use eyeshadow shades. This is just an example on what I wanted to share with you guys, so that you have an idea of like how different shades perform. Like, this is such an easy way on how you can create an eye makeup look by just using tones like these. And I definitely would recommend you getting one as well, so that you just can also go back to it on a daily basis. And if you have something special going on, then you still can also go towards the colorful side or using a winged liner whatsoever. So just be yourself if you're wearing makeup. Don't pretend to be someone else if you're not wearing, or if you're not the type of person that would wear the shades. So I definitely would recommend, If you're the type of person that likes neutral tones, then go with it. Don't be ashamed of it, because it just will look stunning and beautiful. And it just refreshes the whole makeup look. Like, I have not much going on. I also just used a gloss and that's basically it. And that's already a look. Like, it just refreshes everything and you will just look gorgeous at the end. Now, of course, this is also a look that you can use on a daily basis. So there's nothing wrong with it. If you just want to add a bit of shimmer, that's it. Go for it. You don't have to do like also the other outer corner or crease line. This is just an example. So I hope that I still could also help you with this little tutorial on how you can use the different shades and also how they perform, and also that I definitely would recommend it to you and that you like also what I've done. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!